Olympic gold is supposed to be unquestionable. The best gymnast on the day. No debate. But at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, men's artistic gymnastics gave us 3 gold medals that are still being argued about today. Judging calls, score inquiries, and routines that split the gymnastics world in half. So today we're asking one uncomfortable question. Were these Olympic gold medals actually deserved? Let's start with the biggest one. The men's all-around final came down to Japan's Hashimoto Daiki and China's Xiao Ruoteng, and the separation was razor-thin. Everything changed on high bar. Hashimoto had visible form issues, leg separation on release skills, a late pirouette, a hop on landing, and yet, his execution score stayed remarkably high. Meanwhile, Xiao Ruoteng delivered a cleaner routine, fewer visible breaks, but scored lower. The final margin? Just 0.4 points. Fans immediately questioned. Were execution deductions applied consistently? Was difficulty being rewarded too generously? And would that same routine have scored the same for a non-host gymnast? To be clear, Hashimoto didn't fall. He didn't collapse under pressure. But in a final decided by tenths, every tenth matters. And for many fans, this gold felt debatable.
Going into the final rotation, Japan was right on Russia's heels. Every landing, every release, every hand placement mattered more than ever. Japan's high bar rotation was incredible. Big release moves, tight routines, perfect sticks on dismounts. It looked like they might steal the gold in front of the home crowd. But then came the scoreboard reveal. ROC held on by just 0.103 points. Silver for Japan, gold for ROC. Fans immediately debated. Were deductions applied consistently? Was Japan's routine scored fairly compared to ROC's? Could such a tiny margin really decide an Olympic title? Even though Japan didn't win, this near miss was almost more dramatic than a victory. It highlighted how subjective judging can feel, especially in a final decided by hundredths of a point. In gymnastics, sometimes the tiniest differences separate gold from silver, and Tokyo 2020 was proof of that.
This one isn't about a mistake, it's about philosophy. Israel's Artem Dolgopyat wins floor gold with massive tumbling. Huge difficulty, sky-high landings, minimal artistry between passes, and that's where the controversy begins. Critics argued. Execution deductions weren't harsh enough, artistry had effectively disappeared from MAG floor, the routine looked more like a tumbling pass compilation than gymnastics. Supporters fired back. He stuck landings, he controlled difficulty. The code of points rewarded exactly what he did. So the question becomes, is MAG floor about complete performance or raw difficulty? Tokyo didn't answer that question, it exposed it. We can back this up with the recent code of points changes now stating that each corner transition now needs to be different, otherwise you may receive artistry deductions. So do you think Tokyo would have had something to do with these changes?
So, were these gold medals undeserved? Not necessarily, but were they controversial? Absolutely. Tokyo 2020 showed us how powerful difficulty has become, how subjective execution still is, and how much judging perception matters at the Olympic level. And if these debates feel unresolved, that's because they are. Because gymnastics doesn't end when the score flashes. Sometimes, that's when the argument really begins. So what do you think? Was the judging fair? Was the gold deserved? Or did Tokyo 2020 expose a serious problem in MAG scoring? Drop your take in the comments. And if you want more deep dive gymnastics content, make sure you like, comment and subscribe.